Hey everyone, I wanted to do a quick build video on my 2013 Jeep JKU Rubicon, which is now a rubiton. Alright, so we're going to start at the back. I'm doing this video today because we're about to go snow wheeling up here in northern Michigan, so this will be the last time this thing is as clean and pretty as it is probably, but hopefully we come home with no breakage. But this will be the first trail ride today. So I'm going to start in the back. We're going to talk about everything we've done over the last 2 months. We put this in the garage around December 10th when we got home from Baja, Mexico, and it came out earlier this week for some shakedown runs, and we've kind of been driving it around the last couple of days, getting everything ready, getting the brakes situated, ABS, all that kind of stuff. So again, about 2 months in the garage, and let's talk about what we did. In the back, we put a Chevy 14 bolt. We put a TMR 15 bolt conversion. That is a shave kit on this. It shaves 1.75 inches off the bottom of this diff. We did have to take 450 thousandths off the ring gear in this case, but I could not be happier with that kit. I think I have as much clearance under here as when I had the Dana 44. We're running our Rock Crawler triple rate coil springs. We've got some custom tuned AccuTune Fox 2.0 remote resis, and you'll notice all the bottom of the Jeep is gray. While I had this thing tore down, while we cut all the brackets off the frame and had everything out, I took the opportunity to clean everything up and spray Steel It on the whole underbody of the Jeep. I bought a quart of Steel It rather than buying aerosol cans. I bought a quart. I bought a really cheap little HVLP spray gun from Harbor Freight. Not that concerned with perfect finish here. I don't it's not a 2-coat system. I'm not putting a clear on it or anything like that. That little gun works perfect. It was $13. Way more economical way to get Steel It in a lot of places. The axles themselves are a black Steel It, and of course you'll see the diff covers I just cooked up with some gecko green powder coat in our little makeshift powder coat oven in the garage here. I did do some under lighting while I had it. You can see I tucked up some little lights there. I got some lights in each of the 4 corners, so you can see I put some little cube lights in each wheel well. I'm running the same STT Pro 40 by 13.5s that I had originally. Of course, going to the 1-ton axles, I had to get new methods. I chose to get the exact same method beadlocks that I had with the stock Jeep axles. These are great rims, love them, easy to work, and I just like the way they look on the Jeep. As we move forward, you should notice this is all covered in ice, but right there, Teraflex Alpine IR long arm kit. This kit has made this Jeep ride beautiful. I was really doing it when we were in Baja. We got into some super rough terrain with the short factory arms on this. It rode horrible. We come back from Baja and I said, I know this is a rock crawler and I know a long arm kit would help me there, but I want this thing to be as versatile as possible. I don't want to just do rock gardens. I want to be able to be ripping through the desert. I want to be able to be out in Baja. I want to be able to be anywhere out west and be comfortable, clipping along across some pretty gnarly roads. This long arm kit's going to do that for me. This kit is quite a bit of work. I did have to drop the gas tank. We had to cut all the factory brackets off for all the factory arms, weld in some plates, and then weld the new brackets in. While I had the gas tank out, I went ahead and cleaned the entire inside, put a brand new fuel pump in it, took the gas tank shield down, cleaned it up, and sprayed it with 2 coats of urethane and then a finish coat of bed liner, Raptor liner. You guys know my favorite bed liner to spray. Hoping that that's going to keep that thing from looking like crap underneath the Jeep all the time, because it's always getting banged on by the rust or by the rocks. But anyway, that's what we did there. Up front, you can see we've got our Alpine IR arms. We've got some more lighting up here. Our Fox 2.0s, our Rock Crawler triple rate springs. Again, everything kind of put together, and the beauty of the ball up front here is a 2005 Super Duty Dana 60. This has a Yukon air locker with 538 gears. In the rear, I put an ARB air locker with the 538 Yukon gears. I did that. I want to just do some comparison between the ARB air locker and the Yukon air locker. So hopefully over the next couple of years of running this thing, we'll be able to kind of test these against each other and see which one we feel performs better. I mean, everyone's going to have their own opinions here, right? Up front and in the back, we're running Artec trusses. This is an Artec high steer kit. I've got a TMR track bar relocation bracket, which is absolutely a necessity if you're going to put a Dana 60 in the front of this thing. Otherwise, you got to do all kinds of crazy stuff trying to get a track bar under here. But this replaces the factory one. It is awesome. It says you can't keep your factory sway bar, but since I had a Rubicon, this is a auto disconnect sway bar. I clearanced this out with a flap disc. It seems to be working great. I'm happy with it. We're going to see how it performs and go from there. All my wiring is tucked into the frame. Everything's loomed up, so nothing's hanging down anywhere. I tried to get everything into the frame rails, make this as clean as possible, make sure that we're not going to run into problems. Since we have all our air lockers now and all that, I used to have a bunch of switches up here. I really didn't like the way it looked. I went and got a new aux beam 8 panel, and that thing is awesome. I love it. It does everything I want. I just super happy with the aux beam versus all the individual switches. It's great. For driveline on here, I went to the junkyard. I bought 2 Super Duty front axles, or front drive shafts, excuse me. I had one shortened for the front, and I had the rear one lengthened, retubed for the back. So I'm running standard, inexpensive drive shafts. They seem to be performing fantastic. I had them rebuilt. I had one lengthened, one shortened, and purchased the drive shafts. $500 total into both drive shafts. So I'm really happy with that. Anyway, we're getting out. We're going to get this thing on the trailer. We're going to get it out in the snow, and we're going to see how it performs. We went from 488 gears to 538 gears. We went from factory electronic lockers to the ARB and the Yukon air lockers. So lots changed. We've disabled the traction control on here. We've disabled the anti-lock brakes on it. Even though we have the tone rings on here so that the transmission can sense the speed and all that, I wanted to make this thing a little more like a real Jeep and disable all the driver aids. So we did that. It's crazy fun to drive on the snowy roads already, so I can't wait to get out on the trail and see how much that traction control was actually limiting me before. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys on the trail. One more quick thing. That's a 2013. It's got a lot of stuff going on with ABS and wheel speed sensors. I did the Artec 60 tooth tone rings on the rear. Of course, the Dana 60 on the front already had the 60 tooth. Without the JScan app, I could not have made this thing drive down the road properly. So huge shout out to the guys at JScan. If you haven't used their app, check it out. There's tons of stuff you can do. It is awesome for being able to troubleshoot problems with tone rings and wheel speed sensors, all that kind of stuff. As it is, I am incredibly happy with the way this thing's driving because I was able to use the JScan app to, clean up all the problems that, just redoing everything come up with. So shout out to the guys at JScan. They do an awesome job.
Good.